section of our presentations today, which is Rage Fitness, and Craig is here with us today. So thank you for coming along, Craig. It's brilliant to have you here, and a different aspect and a different spin on what we're talking about today. So I'm going to just literally hand it over to you. Introduce yourself, let us know what you do, and any questions, then please put them in the chat. Or again, Craig, if you've got any questions of us, then please feel free to ask. Over to you.
No problem at all. Can everyone hear me okay? Yeah.
Fab.
Fabulous. Fab. I'll do a quick intro to who I am, in case none of you know who I am. I am Craig Brown, and I'm the founder and owner of Rage Fitness Wellbeing Company. So we do lots and lots of things to promote health and fitness, plus improve physical and mental and emotional well-being. Hence my message to the fella just before, because I sit on a chair for health and well-being, mostly towards mental health for prevention, early intervention. So good to have a chat about that offline. But I'm here today because we've been working with New Scene and Live, and obviously Deb's on the call, so she can give some feedback to what we've been doing over the last, I think, 2 and a bit years now, with support and accessibility and inclusiveness for fitness and wellbeing sessions for special educational needs and disabilities. So over the last 2 years, we've ran roughly around 150 sessions with different cohorts, from people with specific disabilities, as in referring to a wheelchair, learning disabilities, and we knew what we could provide on a very low level, and we've been fine-tuning our services, making them more inclusive for everybody over the last, as I say, 2 years. And now we feel we're in a position to help and support more people to improve the physical, mental, emotional well-being. The sessions are predominantly fitness. There's some elements to it as holistic, so around breathing and that sort of thing. The outcomes that we've gained and the individuals who've come are outstanding. So for example, from a mobility perspective, some people come to our services and sessions have now been able to improve mobility overall, and their communication skills have improved, their desire to want to come back. We started off in Live in New Scene on a very small group, and then now that group is come to our Wellbeing Centre in Chester and Blaken, so they've got the confidence to come and access a gym environment. They're not actually in the gym, they're in our fitness class space, but that's we do 1 session a week with them. There's roughly normally between 8 to 10 individuals that come, and my vision and mission now is to support and give more access to wellbeing initiatives across Cheshire West and beyond there. That's one reason why we're here. We're also developing virtual content. So if you're at home, or if you're in a group format, or you're at school, we are wanting to create, or we are creating, should I say, virtual content that kind of mirrors the classes that we're doing in the centre. So from an accessibility point of view, if people are in Cheshire East, yes, this is Cheshire West, but the people in Cheshire East, they want to access our services and access the content that we've got, we're going to be recording them. We have been recording them for the past 2 months, and we're going to be recording them more, so we'll have lots of content to share into schools and access a little bit easier. We can adapt our sessions to people in wheelchairs, mobility issues. All of our team are now going through training, which I always say this wrong, is Macathon. So we're going through that from a visual aid. I've learned this recently, and I can't believe we haven't been doing it for the past 2 years. So we're speaking to Amanda to get something boxed off in the next 2 to 3 weeks, which we're really excited about, because we've been doing the visual keys, but nowhere near at this level. So we're really excited to go into a new era and help even further than what we've already been doing. And I'm sure that will open up to a lot more people to access the sessions. There's a lot of information there, I know, but I'd like to take any questions that you've got so far.
That's great, Craig. I've got a couple of questions.
Yeah.
So when you've obviously got your virtual offering, and you said that you want to go out more around Cheshire West. Where are you currently based, and where are you hoping to go to in the future?
So we're currently based in Chester, Blaken. So if you know the Adventure Playground, there's a big building next to it. We've built a Wellbeing centre in there, which has got a gym, a mental health coffee shop, a meditation room, a sensory room, lots of other things that we've built to improve well-being across multiple demographics, from 5-year-olds up to 92-year-olds within the SEN community. The vision around virtual is across the UK, not just isolating into the Northwest or Cheshire East or Cheshire West. Across the board is the ambition to put into as many schools as possible. Because another statistic that I learned the other day is the accessibility of these sessions is non-existent. There's not that much out there. So as I say, we've been doing it for a long time. We're live. We built up a relevant foundation of knowledge. Then we learn about Marathon. So as these sessions develop, we hope to put it from Scotland to London.
Okay, that's great. Is there a cost associated with parents with children accessing your services?
Yes. So what we've been doing is that obviously with Live and New Scene, that's a specific contract we've been working with them with. So if there was, for example, 10 parents on the call who say, yes, I would like to take my child to that, one respite for them for roughly 45 minutes to an hour. We do it on a consultative basis. It works out roughly £10 per child, depending on accessibility and all the rest of it. There may be 8 children in a session or 8 adults in a session, or there may be 4, depending on the needs. We're very consultative. What we tend to normally do is work with schools or organizations so they can gather children or adults who need our support, and we would work on a consultative basis. On that note, we would welcome anybody on the call and parents who watch this at a later date to come down to visit one of our sessions in action, so they can feel it, they can see what it's like. They are on a Tuesday, every Tuesday at 10 o'clock within our building, which I can share information into this group, which I haven't done just yet. But you're more than welcome to come down.
And when you say that you work with schools, would you go into their settings, or would it be that they would come to your premises in Blackham? Ideally,
come to our premises in Blackham, just so the way we operate is a little bit easier. We've done stuff as an outreach perspective before, and we find the sessions a lot more controlled and safe for all within our building. Plus, from an insurance perspective, it's just a little bit easier to keep all in house. Great.
Okay, we've got a couple of questions that have come in. One is, do you offer support for siblings or young carers regards to fitness?
Yes. So we this is going into a membership conversation. We run a membership from the ages of 7 up to the ages of 15, which include roughly 3 to 4 fitness and wellbeing sessions a week, and that's £15 a month. So you get quite a lot for £15 a month, and you're more than welcome to come. Or if you don't want to commit to a membership, you can do a pay-as-you-go, which is £4 per class.
Okay, thanks.
That's an open class though, so any kids can come in and stuff like that.
There wouldn't necessarily just be kids with SEN.
No. From a carer's perspective, young carer's perspective.
Okay, thank you.
But that will improve communication and relationship skills as well, because they're fab.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you, Craig. We've got Jeanette in the room as well, and she's also a fitness instructor, and she works with disability groups in Chester, and she's wondering what your sessions look like. She's mostly ETM music. Not sure what that is, Jeanette. ETM to music stuff. Does that make sense to you, Craig?
Yes. So basically what our sessions, again, based on consultative. So we would have I'm sure, what's the lady's name? Jeanette. I'm sure Jeanette knows what a ski erg is. So a ski erg is a cardio piece of machine. Depending on the need of the individual, we have our team support and accessing one of the ropes, or if they're not able to stand, we would put what we call a soft box, where they can sit down and they can pull the cords toward them, or with one arm. Then the basics of bodyweight exercises, which consist of squatting, depending on the able and mobility of the individual. We have low level resistance equipment, so resistance bands for one. Second is very low lightweight dumbbells. We have sandbags based on pulling elements with ropes and stuff like that. So we do push the individual to get the best outcome for the person. And then obviously from a cardio, where you get your heart rate up a little bit, again, depending on the need of physical health, we would just put a little bit of aerobic in there, very soft movement side to side. More than happy for Jeanette, keep forgetting the lady's name, to come down and have a look at the sessions, get involved in some way. That'd be more than happy to do that. I think it'd be good.
Well, thank you so much for coming along and your time today. Jeanette said she'd love that, by the way, so I'm sure you two
get involved, Jeanette.
So thank you very much indeed for coming along today, and just giving us a little bit more opportunities and options for our young people. So again, knowing where to go and what's out there for everybody.
If anybody would like, sorry, just to interrupt, before I was going to say, before like millions of people come down, if any parents or anybody on the call, including Jeanette, she seems eager, if anybody's want to come down, ideally we would like to arrange the visit, so we're not having 10 new faces come into that particular session and cause slight disruption. So we like to manage how many people come.
Julie, can I just say something, please?
Okay.
Just to back up what Craig's saying, really. Live did start off doing the sessions at our building, and the instructors would come out once a week.
It was lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah, and during lockdown as well, they did it via Zoom for our members. And it just progressed from there, really. And then we discussed about our members going to the gym itself. And now they love it. They love it, and it's very accessible. They make sure that all the young people can get involved in the different exercises and things like that. It's a nice environment, a nice family-friendly environment, and it's to encourage our members to go there themselves as well, and perhaps have a PT instruction with one of the workers there, so that they're part of their community as well.
Sounds fabulous.
And it
really
also educates people about people with disabilities, that they can do stuff in a gym. So I would
sounds like fabulous work.
It is. I would highly recommend Rage.
Well, thanks, Karen. That's brilliant.
It's a nice environment to be in.
And it's lovely to see the collaborative working that's going on as well. And it's lovely to see that you're learning sign. You know, that's fantastic.
Yeah. I know. I've got a 1-year-old now, so he knows more, as in more food. He just keeps doing that all the time. He's like,
or more biscuit, whereas you want more beer or wine.
Exactly. So as I'm learning, he's learning now. So he's knowing more than me, to be honest. He's doing good.
Brilliant.
Yeah, good all learning,
listen,
which is good.
Thanks ever so much for coming along today. Thank you for all of our